Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I wanted to bring to your attention the teachings of Neville Goddard. Neville Goddard. I had been aware of his teachings for a little while. And funnily enough, back in 2000, I was actually practicing some of his teachings without really knowing about it. I told you in the video before that I became the world's first deaf instrument-rated pilot in 2006. And this was way back in the beginning of 2000. And even though I was not actually practicing the techniques and the philosophies that he teaches, I was not aware of them. I was actually doing them without knowing. Then ever since I became aware of his teachings, I began to take it on and actually bring it more into my awareness and into my everyday living. And basically what I want to bring to your attention is that your reality, first of all, let me just back up for a minute. There are multiple realities that are playing out right now, all at the same time. It's kind of like how the TV has many different channels, and there are multiple channels, multiple TV shows, movies that are playing right now. But you are only watching one because you have tuned into a particular channel. And so your life is a lot like that. Your life is like a bunch of TV shows, and depending on your level of consciousness, you are tuned into a particular reality. And the more I study Neville's work, the more I understand that your consciousness is your reality. Your consciousness can only be changed from within. And then from there, it reflects outside of you. There are multiple movies being played out, and this leads me to the statement that creation is finished. Anything you desire is already finished. It already exists. Okay? So, if you are wanting more money, if you are wanting more abundance, if you are wanting more freedom, if you are wanting a new car, a new home, a new job, it already exists. And so, think of it this way. The multiple TV shows that are going on, the multiple movies that are playing in all these different channels have already been produced, have already been created. Each movie in those channels already have a beginning, middle, and end. And so when you tune into the channel to watch a movie, it's already done. This is what he means by creation is already done. And so I want you to think about this. I want you to understand that your reality is because of your consciousness. It's because of what you believe to be true for yourself. And what's interesting is that when you change your consciousness, you change your reality. You basically have to make a decision. What you want your reality to be. And then you make a decision to step into that timeline and everything will happen according to the script that's already done. You can't do anything about what goes on in that timeline because it's already done. The only way you can change your reality, if you don't like your reality, the only way you can change it is by changing your consciousness. And that's the only way you can change your reality. Okay? And here's the interesting thing that I want to bring to your attention. When you are in a particular timeline, you do not have free will to entertain anything outside of your consciousness. So let's say that you are of the consciousness of poverty, let's say. Okay? You think that you don't deserve abundance, or you think that you're not worthy, or you don't think that you deserve more money, or you deserve a life of luxury, or whatever. It's impossible for you to change your reality until you change your consciousness from poverty mindedness to one of abundance. Okay? And once you step into that timeline with a different consciousness, you are able to experience that reality. Do you understand? This is what I'm beginning to understand more and more and more of. There are multiple realities. You have the homeless person over here, and then you have the very rich guy over here, and then you have everybody in between. And all of those realities are playing out right now, at this moment, including your reality. And so, because consciousness is the only way we can change our reality, changing our consciousness is the only way we can change our reality. You have to make a decision to change your consciousness. You also have to make a decision to change your concept of self. I talked about this in a previous video. The concept of yourself underlies everything. It is the underlying current that runs underneath your entire life. And I talked about this in a video before. I told you that if you change your concept of self, you automatically change other areas of your life. So I just wanted to leave you with the idea that there are multiple realities that are playing out, just like multiple TV channels that are already playing different movies and TV shows that have already been created. The actors have already acted out their roles, and the movie or the TV shows have already been set up. And that is how life is set up in the same way. The only thing you can do is change your consciousness in order to change your movie or to change your timeline. And that is how I became the world's first deaf instrument rated pilot in 2006. Somehow, even though I was not aware of his work, somehow I was able to change my consciousness to a timeline where the impossible actually became possible. It all started with the thought, which is God, because remember, you are God. Consciousness is Christ consciousness, okay? God is in you. And I have inspired thought to send an email to the Federal Aviation Administration. And I told him that it was my dream to be the world's first deaf instrument pilot. And I don't know how much time went by, but I got an email back, and he said he will be more than happy to help me. And then one thing led to another. Fast forward to 2006, I actually became the world's first deaf instrument pilot. And I had so many people tell me that it was not possible. But because I changed my consciousness I was able to change my reality. And so going forward, I want you to think about how powerful you really are. And I want you to understand that your level of consciousness is what dictates your reality. Let me know in the comments what you think.